Even though God had chosen David to be the next king, people did not know about him yet. David knew the Lord would tell him when it was the right time to be king. For now, Saul was still the king of Israel. Saul led his army to battle against their enemies, the Philistines. The Philistines did not believe in God, and they did not like God's people. The Philistines wanted to kill the Israelites. King Saul's army camped on one hill, and the Philistine army on another. There was a valley in between them. Every morning and every evening a giant Philistine named Goliath would come into the valley and yell at the Israelites.
The Philistines are better than the Israelites. Choose a man and have him come down and fight me. If he can kill me, then we will become your slaves. If I kill him, then the Israelites must become slaves to the Philistines.
Goliath did this every day for 40 days. The Israelites were frightened, and no one wanted to fight the giant man. He was over 9 feet tall and had a bronze helmet and armor. He had a massive spear and a servant who walked before him carrying a shield. David was not in Saul's army. He still stayed out in his father's pastures, caring for sheep. David's 3 oldest brothers did fight with Saul though. Their father Jesse would often send David to take food and supplies to the 3 brothers. This time, when David arrived at the army's camp with supplies, he was surprised at what he saw. He arrived just in time to see Goliath come out and make his challenge. David could not believe that anyone would talk about God in such a bad way. David knew that God was stronger than Goliath. God is stronger than anyone. David heard some soldiers say that whoever was brave enough to fight Goliath would win many prizes from King Saul. His father would never have to pay taxes to the king. The king would let the winner marry his daughter, and he would give him great wealth. When David asked the soldiers about Goliath, his brothers overheard him and became angry.
"Why don't you go back to watching the sheep? Let us fight the battles."
But David had an idea. David went to King Saul and told him he wanted to fight Goliath.
David told the king how the Lord always helped him. When a bear had carried off one of his father's sheep, David had chased it and hit it. The bear died. The Lord also gave him the strength to fight lions when they tried to kill the sheep. I know I am not a soldier, but I know that God will help me fight the giant. I trust in God, and God is stronger than any bears, lions, giants, or spears.
King Saul listened to what David said and believed David when he said he trusted in God. King Saul told David that he could fight Goliath, and even gave David his armor and sword. But when David tried them on and walked around, he knew he could not wear the king's armor. He had never been trained to use them, and they only made walking hard for him. David decided to fight Goliath using only his sling. David went down to a stream and collected 5 smooth stones. With a sling, stones, and trust in the Lord, David was ready to face the enemy. When Goliath saw David, he started making fun of him and God. He told David that he would kill him and feed him to the birds.
You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today I will kill you, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel.
As Goliath moved closer to attack David, David ran toward him quickly and put one of the stones in his sling. He swung the sling round and released the stone straight at Goliath's forehead. The stone hit Goliath, and he fell to the ground. David killed Goliath with Goliath's own sword. When the Philistines saw that a boy had killed Goliath, their hero, they all began to run away. The army of Israel won the battle. They won because David trusted in the Lord.